Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I bring on a guest I had on the past because I liked him so much I had to bring him on back. So today's return guest is Diana Silva, and she is the founder over at Molé Mama. Diana, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Adam. Thank you so much for having me back. It's great to be here.
Oh, my gosh. So I'm excited to have you back. I know we have a little special announcement. Look how I'm going to hold off there. Keep the listeners hooked to the end when we bring it up. But I'll have to tell you, Diana, the first thing I'm looking at your LinkedIn page again, and I'm like, why? It's 8:49 a.m. Why did I look at your LinkedIn page and see all this these amazing pictures of this food right now? Are you kidding me? I'm just starting my day.
Oh, my goodness. Yay. Thank you for looking.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just start off with a little background on Molé Mama, why you started. I don't want to assume all our new listeners caught the first episode. So let's just tell us a little bit more about Molé Mama to start.
So Molé Mama is all about home cooking and cooking at home. My mother, Rose, is an amazing Mexican cook, and she taught me how to make all kinds of different types of food. And I'm also part Portuguese. So lots of different food on my Instagram, including tamales and mole and Spanish rice and enchiladas and queso fundido. So, yeah, it's all about food. You know, if we're Latinos, it's our love language.
Oh, my gosh. It's a little bit much, and it's so good. It's just decadent. So let's talk a little bit more about what you're doing with it this year. So I know you got a special announcement. You have a book coming out. Tell us more. Don't keep us waiting.
So I have a new book coming out at the end of the year. My working title is My Magical Molcajete. So if you
that's so good.
So if you're familiar
alliteration, Spanish, and magic, you're like the Harry Potter of cooking.
Yeah, so it is a recipe book, but a little bit more. And if you're not Hispanic, a molcajete is basically a mortar and pestle that a lot of our family traditions are centered around, a lot of our recipes. And for me, I inherited my grandmother, Magdalena, I think it has magic, her magical molcajete, and I still use it today in a lot of my recipes. And so if you check out any of my Instagram or my YouTube channel or my website, you'll see that her molcajete is always there front and center, and it's actually on the cover of my very first book because it's such a huge part of my cooking and of my life. So I decided to do a cookbook focused on that.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's talk a little bit more about what kind of recipes and what kind of things people can expect from going over to the website and that follow you. Because you do a lot of amazing things. I don't want them to just think this is just another cooking show, so to speak, because you do some awesome stuff.
Thank you, Adam. So if you come over to my YouTube channel or my Instagram or my website, I do a lot of Mexican traditional recipes. You know, so enchiladas and chimichangas, and our most popular video, anything, is our crunchy tacos. So if you have not had a crunchy taco and you experience one, your life is changed. You will always want a crunchy taco if you're going to have tacos, right? They're fried in oil, I know, but then you can put anything you want inside of them. So you can learn how to make the guacamole that goes with it, the Spanish rice, all different types of beans. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I am part Portuguese, and so I have Portuguese recipes, and I have guest chefs on my show, on my YouTube channel. And a couple years ago, I was in Portugal and actually cooked with some local chefs there, and so some of their recipes are on my YouTube channel now. So, yeah, it's all about comfort food and having joy and finding love with your food. So if you come to any of my digital channels, that's what you're going to find, is food that's going to make you happy. And probably when people come over, they're going to put their phones down and they're actually going to chat and interact because the food will just transport them to just joy and happiness.
But don't, if you're at work right now, I mean, buyer beware. If you're not going to lunch in a little bit, if you're just starting out your day, you might not want to watch this right now, because I'm just saying you'll get hungry. It's one of those things where I don't know how she does it, but you could have just eaten and then you watch it and then, oh my gosh. And then you're like, okay, I'm hungry again. That's not okay. Diana. Let's talk about your podcast. A lot of people listening right now that listen to podcasts, obviously, I want to make sure we get the word out about that.
So my podcast is available also on my YouTube channel or on iTunes, Spotify, etc. And it is all about, of course, cooking with love. And I'm interviewing a lot of chefs from all over the world. I had most recently a chef from India. I've also had some from Mexico, but from all over. And it's been so fun to understand their journeys and how they're changing their lives from a business perspective and being able to support their families. And it's been such a fun experience for me. And every week I have a different guest most of the time. And on Monday, we just went to a new format 3 weeks ago. So all of my podcasts are now being shot in video as well as the audio file, which is a little scary for me, honestly. But this coming week, I have a really big person that I interviewed that's actually a comedian. So I was invited to my first green room ever. She's really into cooking, and I recorded her right before her show, which was really exciting and fun. And
oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
I know. So her name is Christina Kusmut. And if you haven't checked her out on YouTube, you need to. She's so fun and so real, and it's all about motherhood and just the craziness of surviving being a mom. So anyway, yeah. So
I love it. I love it, and I got caught into looking at your dang crunchy tacos. Oh. While we were talking, I'm sorry, I'm guilty of this. I mean, come on. I shouldn't have pulled up I knew better than to pull up your site while I was doing the interview, and I did it, and I'm looking at these crunchy tacos thinking about, I know what I'm eating tonight. I'm going to have to find them somewhere, because I'm definitely not making them. That is not happening. Oh, man. So that being said, Diana, it's been awesome catching up with you. I want to have you back on when you do launch the book again. And but before all of that, if somebody does want to follow and learn more about Molé Mama and kind of follow you on all your different socials, what's the best way for them to reach out and to get all that info?
So you can come to my website at Molé Mama, MOLE Mama.com, and from there, same name for my YouTube channel, podcast, and on Instagram, I'm MOLE_Mama. So come check us out, and if you have any questions at all, I'm always available on direct messenger, and I'm happy to help you make those recipes successful.
Well, Diana, it's been awesome having you back on the show for the Reunion 2020 episode. I'm going to have you definitely back on once the book comes out, so all that good stuff. So for the listeners, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you had fun listening, because we had fun making this for you. If you did, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give that a subscribe, and leave us some comments in the comment section. Love to know what you thought. Love to know some of your recipes, what's going on with you, and also, if you looked at this website, molemama.com, just tell me how hungry you got when you were watching it. And Diana, thanks again for coming back on the show. It's been awesome.